Trying to figure out what's causing your symptoms? Symptoms can be caused by many different underlying problems, some of which are difficult to diagnose. One cause of common symptoms that often goes undiagnosed is nervous system imbalances. Your nervous system uses neurotransmitters to communicate. You may have heard of dopamine, serotonin, or adrenaline. These are neurotransmitters. The nervous system does not work in isolation. It works together with your immune and hormone systems. Because these systems are connected, a test of nervous system markers can provide valuable information about these other systems. For example, immune challenges can lead to nervous system imbalances, which may result in fatigue or brain fog. In addition, out-of-balance neurotransmitters can cause headaches, poor sleep, anxiousness, lack of focus, cravings, memory issues, sudden weight gain, or weight loss. If you or someone you love is experiencing one or more of these symptoms, a lab test is an easy way to find out if neurotransmitters are the cause. A neurotransmitter lab test can also indicate imbalances in the immune or hormone system. Your doctor can order this simple, non-invasive test done in the comfort of your own home. Your doctor will receive a readout that includes your neurotransmitter levels and that highlights any imbalances in your nervous, hormone, or immune systems. Once your doctor knows your personal levels, he or she can help stabilize and balance complex neurotransmitter interactions through supplements and lifestyle changes. Patients who rebalance their neurotransmitters often see a remarkable improvement in their symptoms, even when these symptoms have been occurring and recurring for an extended period of time. Find out what's been disrupting your health and well-being, or that of a loved one. Ask your doctor about neurotransmitter testing today. When you want to feel better faster, it's best to test, not guess.
Budapest, Hungary is a historic gem nestled in the heart of Central Europe, where you can experience the old-world romantic setting with the conveniences of the modern urban city. Let us take you on a tour to where East meets West, science meets nature, and beauty meets health. Follow us on a journey to where Eminence Organic Skincare has its roots and see how the favorite skincare line of the industry is made. Boldizsár Koroncai is a dedicated trainer, lecturer, and herbalist, and the president of Eminence Organic Skincare. Trained at the world-renowned Medical College of Budapest, he is a third-generation pioneer in organic skincare.
Welcome and thank you for joining us. I'm here today in the beautiful Budapest in Hungary, which is the birthplace of the spa and beauty culture as well as Eminence Organic Skincare. Come today and join me for a trip down to the Hungarian countryside and let's see how we make our products out of natural, organic and biodynamic ingredients, and why is Eminence so incredible for your skin and why is it so result-oriented.
Eminence offers a truly exquisite experience with award-winning effective organic and biodynamic products that are so natural that you can see the fresh fruit pulps, seeds, and smell the aromatic herbs. Eminence is proud to be cruelty-free and made without harsh chemicals such as parabens, mineral oils, or sulfates. The philosophy is simple and natural, and it fits with the modern need of finding a natural skincare solution.
conventional farming, farmers nourish plants directly. This results in an overgrowth of the plants and a need for pesticide use. While we, in a biodynamic farming environment, nourish the soil's vegetation, giving rise to healthy plants without the need of chemical pesticides.
Eminence is also an active member of the Organic Trade Association, the Association for Organic Industry in North America. Eminence is proud to offer products with the highest certifying bodies in the world, such as the USDA, Biocontrol, and Demeter International. We employ only the highest green methods of production, and our farm is powered by solar and wind energy. And geothermal heating is used in the laboratory.
In the biodynamic cultivation method, we use several types of compostable soil products which infuse the soil with various ingredients and give rise to healthy vegetation. Today, we mix a small amount of this material in a barrel. We only need a small amount of the potent mix to create healthy, nutrient-rich fruits and vegetables.
In Hungary, the organic certifying body is Biocontrol, and it checks produce as well as skincare products. As producers, we must conform to their system of conditions. A product is called organic if more than 95% of its components are derived from organic production. The producer must also fulfill the rigorous requirements regarding the production process and technology. And components must not use harmful substances or chemicals. Eminence product certification includes a rating of a minimum of 95% organic. This is 4 to 5 times higher than other certifying bodies worldwide. In addition, Eminence is the only skincare company in Hungary to hold both Biocontrol and Demeter certification.
But let's go and see how we turn these beautiful fruits into beautiful products for your face.
Ingredients from the farms arrive to a modern, high-tech, sterile lab environment. Here they are processed by hand. There is no mass production at Eminence. The ingredients are processed without any severe heating or hydrogenating processes to keep the high nutritional content and potency of the natural ingredients intact.
Biodynamic products are subject to even stricter requirements than organics, since they must be first certified as organic by Hungarian Biocontrol. Once this requirement is fulfilled, then the lab manufacturing processes and ingredients of the product must also be qualified by Demeter International, the only global certifier of biodynamic products.
Clients immediately see and feel the difference, evolving from the extremely high fruit content, and therefore the high level of active ingredients in Eminence products. Vitamins are captured in their all-natural fresh base, offering dramatic results as actual seeds, pulps, and peels impart regenerative healing powers that only nature can produce. Once all the amazingly fresh and natural ingredients are mixed and prepared, they are filled by hand into jars, one by one, with meticulous care. Eminence offers you a truly exquisite experience with its products, unique in its farming and production. Eminence Organic Skincare offers an extensive line at top resorts, spas, and salons worldwide, gracing faces from Hollywood to the girl next door. we invite you to experience our award-winning, results-oriented product line that is made with natural, organic, and biodynamic ingredients, and see what Eminence can do for you.
Women of a certain age, they do often struggle with the aggravating body issues that can accompany menopause. Like Melly, who has developed a hate relationship with the dreaded M word.
Hi, Dr. Lisa. I've been having symptoms of early menopause for the last 3 years, and I've tried natural solutions, but guess what? They don't work. I never considered hormone therapies before, but I'm wondering if they're the way to go to keep my symptoms under control. Any advice?
Welcome, and thank you to Melly for your question. What type of symptoms have you been having?
I've been having hot flashes at night, trouble sleeping, and massive mood swings.
Okay, now that could even be PMS. All right, are you still having periods?
No, I stopped 3.5 years ago.
Okay, have you had your hormone levels checked?
I have not, no.
Okay, because actually before, and how old are you?
I'm 43.
Okay, so you're saying actually it happened around 40 or maybe a little bit before.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, so anything before 40, we actually call premature ovarian failure, and it's actually not menopause. Okay. You actually have to find out why it's happening. So we check the hormone levels, because a lot of times thyroid problems can mimic this, even things, and not to scare you, things like pituitary tumors can also mimic these things. We put this under the category of amenorrhea, or not having your periods. Okay? Now, just for the sake of this conversation, say it was the M word, as you say, menopause. And what you have to realize is it's a way of looking at it. Menopause is not a disease, it's not a problem, it's a natural process. And menopause actually means when you stop your period for a year, after that time when your hormones are at the right place. And that usually the average age is about 50 to 51. Prior to that time is perimenopause. You could consider almost any woman over 35, listen up ladies because it may freak you out, in perimenopause, because what it means is that the estrogen levels are falling, the ovaries are starting to sputter a little bit, they're not doing their job. Now, hormone replacement therapy, that only starts when you're in menopause, because once you're having periods, then it's about contraception, because contraception and hormone replacement have the same hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Now, the other thing that happens with menopause, though, is sometimes the testosterone goes down as well, and we need to supplement that. That's where a lot of women have heard about this thing called pellet therapy. So let me show you how the pellet works, all right? Because this is a great new thing that that women are looking at, and actually men as well. Now, it's usually placed in the hip, so we make a little sterile area right around the hip, and we give a little local lidocaine to numb that area. Then we place we make a little incision there, and then we place a trocar, which is a little hollow tube that has the medication in it. We put the little pellets into the trocar, and depending on the dosage will depend on how many pellets go in there. They're placed subcutaneously, so underneath that first layer. And again, depending on the number of dosages there are, pellets will give you different dosage. And that puts out a sustained release of estrogen and testosterone. And again, this is just estrogen and testosterone. You will need a different form of progesterone to balance out the uterus, because the uterus has to be protected. So very complicated as it is, and that's why you have to consult with your gynecologist. And you have to see your gynecologist regularly around this time, because this is the time that breast cancers come up, medical diseases come up, uterine cancer, cervical cancer. That's why you need your pap smears, all these things to continue.
Okay.
Right? So you're going to go see your doctor.
I will, I promise. Thank you very much.
Now, the only thing that we do have to preface about the pellet is it is made by a compounding pharmacy. And there are compounded hormones. It's not necessarily natural. You can get natural FDA pharmaceutical hormones as well. But the compounded ones, you have to be careful of knowing which pharmacy you go to, because they're not FDA regulated, and there have been some, instances with infections and fungal meningitis. So you do have to be very careful about compounded hormone replacement therapy. Just make sure you know your compounding pharmacy. We're not saying this is a bad thing at all, because they can actually give you dosages which may not be available in the pharmacies.
It sounds like it's time to make a phone call.
I will,
right?
I promise. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
We're not called to be successful. We're called to be faithful. So my prayer, really and truly, is that I be faithful to the Lord God.
For the past 14 years, Bobolos and Fishes has been going out into the bowels of the streets of Austin, Texas, serving those who are chronically homeless. We've been doing our best to be faithful, and through God's abundant blessing, we've learned some pretty big lessons. Broken family. It is genuinely the #1 cause of homelessness. A broken family means there's no support system, nobody to pull them up off the streets. So for 14 years, we've been really acting as their family, pulling people up off the streets and into housing. Housing that they pay rent on. We just help them get in the housing, like Linda and her husband, Tony. We have helped dozens and dozens of people come up off the streets. We see hope being restored into their lives. And then we figured out how we could help the homeless get work. Simple but meaningful jobs, like my brother Glenn here, who was a master carpenter before and has become one again. This is all part of restoration. So now God is pointing us to something even bigger. A plan that takes all of these past efforts and elevates them to a whole new level. A plan that could revolutionize the housing movement in the United States. We're calling it Community First. This is the development that Bobolos and Fishes is most excited about. And we need partners to help us pull this off. What we're building is a 27-acre master plan community that will house about 200 people. Refurbished RVs, park model homes, some very nice canvas-sided guest cottages, and what we call tiny houses or micro homes that have been developed in partnership with the University of Texas School of Architecture. And as an awesome aside, the San Jose Hotel and the Alamo Draft House are coming up alongside of us to help us develop out a bed and breakfast type of model for a small portion of the property. Community First will be rich in amenities, including a church, a giant garden area, chickens producing eggs, a workshop, and a fully equipped medical facility where the medical community, including dentists, doctors, therapists, and other volunteers, will be able to come in and meet the health needs of our residents. Everything about our Community First Village is working towards a holistic approach because the people that we're trying to serve have been living on the streets for an awfully long period of time. Their physical health, their mental health have been ravaged by that environment, yet they are so loved. Like us, they are God's beautiful but broken children, God's estranged family. They have a strong desire, just like the Jews in Egypt, to be home. And in a way, this is their exodus out of the streets, out of an environment where they're unsettled, living under the girders of I-35 at Ben White Boulevard, and into a promised land. As best as we could do that here on a broken earth. There's hope. And that hope, it comes when we listen to God's call. We know that He's commanded us to go out and serve the least of our brothers and sisters. And so that's simply what we're doing, serving God by serving those in need. That's why this property is so incredibly important. We want to be faithful on the path that He's laid before you and I. To make this dream, this vision become a reality, we need people to come up alongside of us. We need you.